name is Grace Nyambura Kiboi. I'm the founder of Springs of Hope Children's Home. We are in Marara in Samburu County. Springs of Hope Children's Home was started in year 2007 with an aim of helping poor children and those who are HIV positive. We have been helping poor children, not only orphan children, but poor orphan children, because we have poor orphan children but the relatives maybe are able to take care of them. Springs of Hope take care of the orphans, total orphans, and poor orphans and those who are HIV children. Springs of Hope aim is to support them, give them food, shelter, education, and medication. What inspired me to start Springs of Hope Children's Home? After I was working in one of the hotel as a waiter some times back, and I found two children. Maybe we can call them not their real name, Ben and Jane. I found them selling the charcoal, and after interacting with them, they told me that they normally sell the charcoal so that they can have food, because they normally live with the grandmother. I went to visit their home and I found the grandmother who is very old, and actually I take a step to look for somebody who can support them, and I found a neighbor who was there, and I bought food in made one sack of rice and cooking fat and some other goods. And after a few days, when I went to revisit the home, I found that everything has been sold. I was not happy about it, and after going around to the place where they were living, because they were living in one of the slums in the Marara, I found that there are so many children who are in need, and that is the time that the idea of starting a children's home came into my mind. And I asked my parent to support me, and actually my mom chipped in and she supported me a lot. Actually, after that, we started the Springs of Hope with a lot of support from my family. So the successful story that Springs of Hope, we have so many successful stories, and the Faith, we have a story of Faith, baby Faith, who is now 4 years, and her mother died in hospital after long illness. Her mother was HIV positive, and after she died, also the father died in the hospital. After a few weeks, actually, she was left in the hospital, and Faith was staying with nurses. So she was brought to Springs of Hope, and after a few weeks after the death of the parent, also she got sick. Actually, nobody believed that she will make it. She was very weak at that time, and she had not started the medication, and she was also taken to she stayed in ICU for a month, and she got very worse, and everybody had lost hope, because nobody believed that she will make it. After 1 month and 3 weeks, she was okay and discharged from the hospital. At that time when she was leaving Springs of Hope, actually she was standing and trying to walk, but at that time when she came from hospital, she was actually being supported. She could not sit down, she could not even hold a cup by herself. She was very weak, so all the time she was supported and being fed. And even our children at Springs of Hope, actually they were so much shocked, because surely they could not recognize her. They were saying she was not the one. But after a month, actually and feeding a lot and being on medication, actually she started picking up again. And right now she's okay. She's 4 years. She's doing very well, and that is the time we named her Faith. Actually, she's very beautiful girl. Everybody loves her. Actually, up to now, the doctors who are taking care of her when she was in the hospital, actually they keep asking how she is. Actually, we thank God for her, because she's very beautiful, and we pray God that she will grow healthy and well. We have the challenges that we have been facing challenges, especially during the COVID-19. Our friends who are supporting us, most of them withdrew, and also the cost of living went very high. And at that time, that is the time that we started a school so that it can support us. We started a school, and so that it can help us. Also, it can help the community around us. We have a school. We support the community, the poor family who are around us, who are around the Springs of Hope, and also the poor children who are not able, the families who are not able to take their children to school. So we have the children from Springs of Hope and also from the other community. In 10 years, we'll see our children who has grown from Springs of Hope being leaders and also coming back to empower the community, because most of the children who are at Springs of Hope come from this community. And also we'll see the community changing because of the empowerment that we have been giving them, and also making awareness on HIV, and also empowering the young women and encouraging them, encouraging the women, most of the time the women and young men who are there outside, who are not, maybe who have challenges in life. So in 10 years we'll see the community changing, and also our children, also the workers, the staffs that we have employed at Springs of Hope. So I think in 10 years we'll see the impact of the Springs of Hope. We deserve Zuri alumni, because actually Springs of Hope we have changed life of many children. Also we have empowered the community, and we have reintegrated so many children back to the community, and we have supported so many children in education, and those who are HIV children, and we have empowered women and also young men and young women. Also Springs of Hope, we have changed many children lives, including life of faith. So we deserve Zuri alumni.